Hi, my good people. My name is Phyllis Waruguru, a nutritionist by profession. So, in our today's lesson, we are going to learn about nutrients and what we mean when we say a food item is nutrient dense. Then I'll conclude by giving an example to illustrate what we mean by nutrient dense food. So, nutrients are classified into two broad categories. We have the macronutrients and we have the micronutrients. When we talk of macronutrients, as the name suggests, macro means something big. So, these are nutrients which are required in large quantities in the body, and they are classified into carbohydrates, protein, and fats. However, to date, we no longer classify them into these three categories. Rather, we classify them into food groups. So, some of the food sources that you can obtain these macronutrients include the animal food sources. We have the cereals, we have the milk and milk products, name them. Then under micronutrients, as the name suggests, micro means small. That's therefore micronutrients, these are nutrients which are required in small quantities in the body, and they are classified into minerals and vitamins. When we talk of minerals, we are referring to sodium, potassium, iron, selenium, name them. Then vitamins, we have the water soluble vitamins and we have the fat soluble vitamins. So, what do we mean when we say that a food item is nutrient dense? Let's start by understanding what is nutrient density. Nutrient density refers to the amount of vitamins and minerals contained in the food in relation to the amount of calories or energy that you obtain from that food item. Therefore, when we talk of nutrient dense food, we are referring to foods that provide a substantial amounts of vitamins and minerals and relatively very few calories. So when you compare the amount of vitamins and mineral that you're obtaining from that food item, the micronutrients are quite high as compared to the in relation to the calories obtained. So I'm going to use an example of white bread and whole grain bread to illustrate nutrient dense food. Let's take for example, when you consume one slice of white bread, you get 100 milligram of vitamin E and 80 calories. So in this case, vitamin E is our micronutrient since it is a vitamin. So one slice of white bread gives you 100 milligram of vitamin E and 80 calories, and one slice of whole grain bread gives you 500 milligrams of vitamin E and 80 calories. Do you see the difference? Imagine by consuming just one slice of white bread, you get 100 milligram. And when you consume one slice of whole grain bread, you get 500 milligram of vitamin E. Yet, the calories are the same. So, between the two, from our explanation, which one is more nutrient dense? If you understood the explanation, then the one whole grain bread, it is more nutrient dense as compared to one slice of white bread, because the amount of vitamin E that you obtain by consuming one slice of whole grain bread is 500, which is relatively higher compared to 100 milligram of vitamin E, which you obtain from one slice of white bread. Good. That marks the end of our today's lesson. Kwaheri, and please remember to subscribe.